Hi, I'm Jeff Altman, the Big Game Hunter. I'm called the Big Game Hunter because I've been hunting down leaders and staff organizations for more than 40 years. Today, I'm not going to be talking about finding a job as big game, but I'm going to be talking to those of you who are looking for summer jobs. Not my normal market, but folks need help, and I'm going to try and take a little bit of time to help you. And excuse me if I refer to notes along the way, but I just want to make sure I cover my points, okay? So, finding a summer job isn't radically different than finding a full-time job. There's a lot of competition for them. So you have to go through a series of steps in order to find work. The steps aren't fun. Matter of fact, most of them are pretty tedious. They're boring. They're annoying. They make you want to not work. But you want a summer job, and this is what you got to do. And the first thing is, just to get it out of the way, get your working papers in order. If you're 18 and under, it's pretty common to need to get working papers. Look up on the web where in your city, where in your state you go to get working papers, and go through the steps to get it done. Don't procrastinate. Just do it. It's boring. It's stupid. There's nothing fun about it, but you got to get it done. While you're working on that, start writing a basic resume. We're not talking about this adult-looking resume. It talks about where you go to school, what you've done, how far you've done, any jobs that you've had, and what your responsibilities are. If you have any references from any of these jobs, great. Don't put them on the resume. Just very simply have them available in case needed. But it's important to talk about what you did, where you did it, how long you did it, what you liked about your job. Don't say anything critical about the people that you worked for. Just say it was a great learning opportunity, you had a lot of fun, you helped a bunch of people, and just talk about what your basic job was like. No one is expecting you to be ruler of the universe in these jobs, but they'd like to see people who've worked. Next, excuse me while I take a quick look over, get some help. If you're in high school, if you're in college, there's an office in the school that's designed to help you find work. They're all going to mumble to you about how hard it is out there, and it's going to be a big effort to find a job. You already know this, so it's not like they're surprising you with anything. So while they say that, you go, a few times and say, what do you have for me? And say, well, we don't have much. Well, what do you have for me? And just go about going through the steps to finding a job. Apply to those firms. Go there in person. Fill out applications. Do that sort of stuff. You're not going to get hired for the first thing you apply to, but just get out there and start talking to people and practicing what you're going to say. Like I said, you're going to fill out applications. You don't want to have crappy handwriting. If you're doing it in person, you want to dress properly for the interview, because even if all you're doing is filling out an application, there's a receptionist there who's taking note of what you look like and how you act, and they're reporting back to whoever it is who is going to be getting that application to see if you act like a jerk, you look like a jerk, you look weird, stuff along those lines. So you want to act like an adult while you're filling out an application. So again, go to different places that you might want to work. Amusement parks, restaurants, retail stores, messenger services. You ride a bike, you can be a bike messenger for the summer. Get out there and start talking to firms. Network. The simplest way to network as a high school or college kid is tell everyone that you know that you're out looking for a job. If they ask you what kind of work that you want to do, well, you may, if you're in college, have an idea of something that you want to do, but don't be so inflexible that you're not willing to consider other alternatives. So networking can be just as simple as reminding your parents to ask their friends if they're hiring. To see if their friends' friends will ask someone that they know about you. Stuff along those lines may not work the first time, and it may not work the 21st time, but you just need one. So my advice very simply is to start now. Get your working papers in order. And I also want to remind you that For those of you who don't find a job at the beginning of the season, college kids often, cut out at the end of the summer because they've got to get back to school. And meanwhile, that camp or that business still needs someone for tourist season. So, don't be reluctant if you miss out on the first hiring wave to go back there later on to try and catch the end of the summer, where those who were ahead of you may have walked out, and you can pick up what their jobs were. So this is Jeff Altman. I hope you found this video helpful. As you get older, you'll find more useful information on my website, which is jeffaltman.com. It's not geared towards summer jobs. It's not geared towards students. It's geared toward adults who are trying to find work in business, and has lots of advice for job hunters. There are places to post resumes. There's one site in there called Snag a Job that you might try going to. I think they have part-time work there as well. So come over to my website. There's a link that you can use for that site at jeffaltman.com. I hope you found the video helpful. I hope you have a great day. Take care.